Expanding your soul requires you to do some divine within. There's that self-observance. And facing fear, there's the courageousness. But know that you are on the verge of a major spiritual change. Soon you'll be flying high, sweet souls. Hey there, sweet souls. How are you? It's your forest fairy here. Nice to see you again. Welcome in and welcome back to the 100 Acre Woods, where I read cards out here. So let's read some cards for you, sweet souls. We are going to do a galactic read today. So we're going to start off with the Galactic Heritage cards, and we're going to do a 6-card spread, taking a look at the present moment, the challenge, the opportunity, the energy that's all around you, the goal, and then some advice from our galactic family. Then we're going to clarify with what I just call my vintage robot deck for more messages, more information, and more clarity on this read. And it's a timeless read, sweet souls. So trust that when it finds you, it was meant to and it's general. So take it, resonate, and leave the rest. And it's for all the sweet souls in the collective. First card out, and the present moment is initiation and ceremony. The challenge is paradox. The opportunity is way showing. The energy that's all around us coming full circle. The goal, self-observance. And the advice, courageousness. Okay. Bottom of the deck, and that which you might not see, holographic healing. Yes, indeed. Let's see what the tarot has. I think what I'm going to do is shuffle the tarot, lay them out, and read the messages from the guidebook. Or not, the tarot wants to be seen. So, clarifying initiation and ceremony is the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups. And in this deck, it's Nuala. So, let's take a look at initiation and ceremony. Number 74. You could have been born in 74. You could be 74 years old watching. Early on in Vegan mysticism, initiation and ceremony played an important role in marking milestones in life or spiritual development. On Earth today, we've often lost touch with the meanings of our ceremonies, and so they feel empty when we do them. By honoring important experiences in life, it's crucial to feel connected to the universe instead of just like pawns in a bigger picture. This card asks you to tap into this ancient memory and begin experiencing life's milestones, big or small, by celebrating them through a ceremony that expresses the sacredness of your lifetime here on Earth. And it's clarified by the Queen of Cups and the Two of Cups. This feels emotionally significant and deep. And it says here, when physical beings perform ceremonies authentically, not by habit, it is possible to access deep universal truths and accelerate evolution and spiritual transformation. So this is the current or the present moment. Like we're going through as a human civilization, collective, we are going through initiation and ceremony. Those of us that are aware, because there's still a lot of people asleep that just are not aware. They're too concerned with the narratives, the propaganda, the illusions, the veil, the simulation. This card refers to an enlightened time of Vega, when they were rooted fully in aware consciousness. Their whole lives were lived as a ceremony. That's interesting. A sacred expression of existence itself. In today's world, humans perform many tasks mindlessly every day and don't feel present for their own lives. ancient practices on Earth and Vega help keep the mind focused on the present moment. When this is done, even the most mundane of tasks can become an expression of sacred universal consciousness. And it's clarified by the Queen of Cups, which is the most psychic and psychically aware queen, and the Two of Cups. I'm really picking up that this is being present with every single relationship encounter that you have, sweet souls, with your family, because those are the people you live with your co-workers, I'm going to say, because you spend a lot of time, some of you 40 or more hours a week with the same people, your co-workers, with your friends, and with strangers, the people behind the counters, serving you coffee or running your groceries through, is a message of being present with every single interaction, Two of Cups, that you have with every single person that you come across. Every moment in your life, like a ceremony, meaningful. That's very deep. And when the Queen of Cups and the Two of Cups comes out with it, clarifying it, this is very deep and not going on automatic, not being aware of your surroundings, of the people you're around, of the interactions. Yeah, okay, so paradox is the challenge. Let's read that one. 98. You could have been born in 98. I think I'm going to say that with every single number here. Maybe not 1915, but that's funny. That's the year my grandmother was born. Paradox. The Zetas pass through an essential transformational paradigm on their way to enlightenment. It has to do with an alchemical shift from a state of polarity to the paradox of containing both poles simultaneously in total balance with no preference for either. Spiritually, they learn to be both full, containing the universe in all its forms, and empty, containing nothing but conscious awareness. Living this paradox is a point of power and is the key for spiritual transformation. You contain this paradox as well. Learn to zap into it to accelerate your evolution. Let the Zetas guide you. This card refers to the Zeta era in which their species became enlightened. The theme of this card may be the most difficult one in the deck to understand, because the mind is used to processing its view of reality through polarity, choosing one thing or another. A paradox is a seemingly true statement or group of statements that leads to a contradiction or situation that seems to defy logic or intuition. The mind cannot grasp that two opposing forces can sometimes coexist harmoniously. Very often, when people discover a paradox on their spiritual journey, they believe it is because they have somehow failed in their work. The opposite is true. It means that we are closer to the truth, because truth cannot exist without a polarized perspective. As we teach ourselves to go beyond this or that, a whole new reality opens. If this card came up in your reading, it points to a shift of your perspective that is on the horizon or happening now, and it's in the challenge position. And paradox is clarified by you're learning with the Page of Pentacles. In this deck, it's Scarab. So the Page of Scarab, I think you're learning. I'm going to put it underneath the Queen of Cups, and this is what you're learning. Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Scarab. You're learning this paradox, and with this, I know it's in the challenge position, sweet souls, but when, as the card says, the mind cannot grasp two opposing forces, but they can sometimes coexist harmoniously. Very often when people discover a paradox on their spiritual journey, they believe it is because they've somehow failed. The opposite is true. With every paradox that you come across, with everything that seems to challenge you, and I think this is what this card represents, is the challenging oppositions, the polarization that we live in, as the card said, the this or that, the categorization. With the Page of Pentacles or Scarab, we are learning how to take these paradox or paradoxal experiences or ideas or perspectives, and it really feels like see the value with the Ace of Pentacles, like it's a new beginning of learning that is challenging, because it's in the challenging position. It is challenging for us humans. We are very polarized. So the opportunity is 95, way showing. You could be born in 95. In the ancient past, Syrians were conflicted about being leaders or staying hidden. Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. I know that energy very well. They saw this as an either-or situation. Now that they have evolved, they realize that being a leader is not an aggressive or controlling role. True leaders lead from the heart, without ego, desire, and from a clear sense of inner direction that is aligned with universal consciousness. In the ancient past, you were also conflicted about this issue, but now is the time to release this karmic pattern and no longer have fear of being a leader or a wayshower. You don't have to do anything to lead. Simply being is enough. That's the opportunity clarified by the world. It's like you're leading the world to learn. Okay, and the Three of Cups, friendships. New opportunities with the Ace of Pentacles of being present with the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups, with every single relationship, friendship, person you come across in the world. Like it's like a brand new way of looking at individuals, at people, at oppositions, at, let's say, polarizing or opposite viewpoints, perspectives with every individual. Two of Cups, not judging, not letting your ego get in the way or lead, but really leading with this curiosity of the Page of Pentacles, of what this means, how this viewpoint, it's like a curious energy, wanting to know how the world is changing. This is the opportunity to, and you don't have to be a leader, as the card said, it's simply being is enough. Like you don't have to do anything to be a leader. It's just simply being. One of these fears was about leadership and its responsibilities. This was the serious consciousness. They resisted the role, but soon realized that it was part of their spiritual path. They eventually accepted it with gratitude for being allowed to be of service. If you pulled this card, it most likely means that you have leadership qualities. It may be asked of you to use those qualities now. Recognize that being a leader or teacher can be subtle. It may be as a leader or teacher in your family or community. Do not fear this ability within you, but at the same time, do not force it to manifest. The best leaders aren't those who don't necessarily want to lead, but simply lead by example. That's so true. That's so true. Wow. Okay. And that's your opportunity, sweet souls, to be a leader. And it does start in your own home, with your own family, in your community. So the energy that's all around you is coming full circle. In the ancient days, the Syrians placed codes within our DNA to help us evolve when the time was right. That time is now. Humankind is awakening as the Syrians had hoped. Their task has come full circle. If you pulled this card, then you have a connection to the ancient Syrian past, and because of humankind's awakening, you have recently completed a karmic pattern held for thousands of years. You may feel subtle energies of completion. There's that World card. Or you may feel nothing at all. But if you have any guilt about things left undone in the ancient past, it is not necessary to hold that pattern any longer. And it's right across or adjacent to the initiation and ceremony card. This card is connected to ancient Sirius era, when our ET forefathers committed to long-term goals and completed most of them. When we complete goals or complete a cycle, and again, that World card is really sticking out to me. When we come full circle and are ready to start a new cycle of learning, like that Paradox card. If this card comes up in your reading, it is very possible that you have completed a cycle of learning and are ready to start a new one. If you feel this is not true and that you are currently stuck in a situation, then you can interpret this to mean that with all the work or avoidance you have done regarding an issue, you are coming full circle around to confront it again, giving you an opportunity to transform it once and for all. This is a powerful place to be. And when this card comes up, it usually means you are poised for a powerful transformation in your life circumstances. Wow, sweet souls. This is the energy that's all around the collective. clarified by the 8, all the work you've done, the 8 of scarab, or the 8 of pentacles, and wow, the Queen of Swords, or in this deck, the Queen of Lasers. Truth tellers, truth seekers, truth tellers. And if out of any of the queens, the Queen of Swords could take a look at paradox in a way kind of that would make sense to her, that it would be, I don't want to say acceptable, but because paradox is it's very curious. Like, either you think it's impossible and it defines logic, or you're curious about it. And I'm really picking up a curiosity with that Page of Pentacles. But then that Queen is a leader ready to wield that sword of truth, or in that deck, this deck, laser. I feel like the truth is here. We're seeing it, we're experiencing it. And maybe the goal with the self-observance is to take a look at ourselves along with what's going on in the world. After much struggle as a species, the Lyrans eventually healed themselves by honestly and objectively observing themselves. At first, this can be a difficult task, but in the end, it leads to a powerful transformation as long as it's done without judgment. The power of self-observation is essentially for any person or species who seeks transformation. Begin this process now. Just observe. See your habits and patterns without the need to fix anything. It is an alchemical process that produces spiritual evolution on a profound level. The love and wisdom of the Lyran forefathers can guide you. Just ask for their help. This is the goal. Self-observation is clarified by the I look at the 5 and say the 5 of. This is the Hierophant. I think, and do you see that he has only one key? In a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith image of the Pope of the Tarot or the Hierophant, there's 2 keys. So is the key self-observation? In this read, it seems to be, and the truth. There's that laser. And if you see in this robot, it's the truth of the third eye. It's going right through that third eye. Like, you're seeing the truth. You're speaking the truth. And I feel with that Queen of Swords or Queen of Lasers, it's protecting the truth. Are you leading with the truth? Way showing. For you guys out there, and I feel you, I really do. I have never personally wanted to be a leader. I am good following. And I know some people might say, oh, that's weak. No. Some might say, oh, that's submissive. Yeah, maybe. But I have no problem following. But then when it came to my family, because when the card mentions leading in your family, oh yes, I was the leader in my family. Absolutely. And so when I think of that, when I think of, oh, and I say out loud, oh, I'm not a leader. I am a leader of my family. And teaching them how to lead so that they can lead themselves, they can help each other, they can maybe lead at work, at school, in their own communities, in their own groups, and then eventually with their own family. That's what I'm looking at and seeing as the opportunity with the Wayshower. Now, with self-observance, I really do notice that 1 key versus 2 keys. So I'm reading it as the key to the truth is self-observation and asking yourself, where do these beliefs, because again, the Hierophant is a belief card, tradition, belief, structure. Where do these things come from? And observe, where do these ideas come from? Where do these beliefs come from? And asking yourself, and with the coming full circle, the galactic families are asking us to really be present with the initiation and ceremony card, to be present with every single individual in your life that you come across, that you meet. 2 of Cups. And be in that moment. The challenge is living in a polarized simulation world and getting to the next level, which is not seeing it as polarized, but as a paradox. That's fascinating to me. And then leading others to maybe see. And when I see this Hierophant, I think of old ways, old beliefs, old values, and the truth of where they came from. is this going to be revealed to us? Is it being revealed slowly so that it doesn't completely freak us out and collapse our species, but our societies, right? Like, is it time to slowly wake up to Ace of Swords, or in this deck, Ace of Lasers, the truth? Wow. Yes, I dare say yes. So then, courageousness. A symbol, the Lyran royal family, is the lion. And that's funny. I'll be honest with you. I was going to say, when I read the self-observance, or was it Wayshowing? It might have been Wayshowing. I thought of Leo. Of being a leader. It was Wayshowing. And what do you have in the 5th house? Where is Leo in your chart? In which house is it in? And what planets do you have in there? Like, I was kind of thinking that at the same time. And here we have courageousness, which is very Leo. But I guess the Lyrans are almost like a cat-like species, or that's the visuals that have been represented. One of the most admirable qualities of Lyrans is their immense courage in the face of adversity. The human race shares this quality as part of our Lyran heritage. There is a great courage in the human heart, and this card asks you to tap into that courage, which goes as far back as your Lyran forefathers, and apply that strength in areas of your life where you need it most. If you can't tap into it, act as if you can. In doing so, your ancient Lyran memory will reawaken to give you the strength that you need. Courageousness is clarified by the 3 of Lights, which is the 3 of Wands. Looking into the future courageously, and the 5 of Scarab, but this is the 5 of Pentacles. Right underneath the Hierophant, I'm not going to say all, but I'm going to say that our past has kept us in this lack mentality through a lot of religions. Religions will tell you that you aren't worthy. You aren't worthy of knowing, of speaking, of having interactions with God. I understand to live your best life. I get that they were to guide humanity into, I'm just going to say enlightenment, but has it though? Or are there a lot of people feeling lack through teachings, schooling, families, religion, media? And so it's being courageous, leading, showing how to be courageous and get out of this lack mentality. The 5 of Pentacles has been coming up. This lack mentality has been coming up in the reads. And I think it's because it's ending. It's coming to an end. These old teachings, old beliefs, old ways of feeling lack is coming to an end. And looking into the future at the truth. Self-observe where these thoughts, where these teachings come from. Not to judge them, to just know where you've picked them up, how you've been programmed, how you've been taught, and then to change, have a courageous, to do your research, to follow your intuition, to follow what guides you. And if it is a certain religion, then so be it. No judgment here. I feel like taking what's best in those teachings and applying them to your life. The initiation, the ceremony, taking a look at the paradox within the teachings, and to see how one can lead your family, your employees, your coworkers, company, your community into a new perspective, into a path of truth and clarity. Ace of Swords. And it's for our future, 3 of Wands. To speak it into existence with the Queen of Swords. To do the work with the 8 of Pentacles. To see each person that you meet, 2 of Cups, as an opportunity, Ace of Pentacles, to be a friend, 3 of Cups, to take a look at the world differently, to wrap up old cycles, old karmic cycles, to get off that karmic path and onto the dharmic path. And this is where I think we're not truly aware, holographic healing, of the holographic nature of our world. 87. You could have been born in 87. If so, you might be approaching your Saturn return. 87. Palladians recognize that all consciousness is holographic. When one part of the hologram is influenced, so is the whole. And that is the foundation of Palladian healing methods. True healing for humans, physical and mental emotional, adheres to this principle too. When we influence one part of our beingness, the whole is affected. This fascinates me. This really fascinates me, this idea. This card encourages you to see your life experience holographically rather than as a series of separate events. Healing in the now or in past lives affects the whole of you. This is talking about soul healing. So each step you take towards your healing now will affect the entire hologram of your existence. This is what we're not taught. That the work that you do now, the things that you heal now affect basically your soul. It heals all of you. That's fascinating to me and encouraging. Like, I really think to myself, okay, this doesn't bother me the way it used to. It doesn't consume me. I'm not obsessed with being perfect or X, Y, and Z, whatever it is, right? And then I do a little research. I read something. I kind of learn through cards. Like, these cards fascinate me. So I am creating a library. So with every card, with every piece of information, with every sort of epiphany, like the holographic healing card, I've read it before, but kind of like my angel numbers, it's new to me every time. Like, it is. I think that's funny. But I'm fascinated with that idea that what you heal now in the present heals your whole existence, including past lives. And is that because we live in a world, and it brings my mind to quantum immortality, that there are millions of us almost fragmented into different timelines. And so when I think of that, as people talk about different lifetimes, is it all happening at once? And when I read this holographic card, the holographic healing card, I think, yes, it kind of confirms the theory or the idea. And this is what fragmentation, like kind of bringing all your parts together, bringing all of, like, we're only conscious of this. I think that's why we see a lot of what we call NPCs, or what we call, people who are just on automatic. And it brings my eye back to initiation and ceremony, that living in the moment means you're living in this. And when you heal yourself on this timeline, it heals all of you. That's fascinating to me. And it brings me such a sense of hope. It makes me want to heal more and lead and show people, like, look, I was in the depths of despair. Like, it was harsh. It was really bad, physically, emotionally, mentally, on me. And then my kids seeing me, like, it was harsh on them, right? And then to, like, when I think back, what did I imagine while in bed, so sick? What did I imagine? I imagined me now doing what I do. And so I'm living it. Did it take 5 years? Yes. And so where do I imagine myself in the next 5 years? Like, it's that kind of inspiration that I hope that through these reads I can give you guys. Because this holographic healing card always gets me every time. I think it's amazing. The idea, the concept, and maybe it could be Ace of Swords, truth. Holographic healing, clarified by, and there's the leader, there's the Wayshower. This is the King of Wands, thinking, considering the paradox, thinking, considering the initiation, the ceremony, the complete full circle, this self-observation, the courageousness, right there, he's thinking. Oh, I love this. Yeah. There he is, ready to lead. That's what I see. That's what you might not see. You're getting ready to lead. I'm kind of excited to see what happens in Leo season, I'll tell you that. Let's get an oracle on this. I'm losing light. Let's get an oracle on this. I'm going to take it. Realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth. There's that Leo energy, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world card right there. Integration came out with it. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in balanced symphony of life. There's that paradox. Yes. And bottom of the deck, and that which you might not see, coherence. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind, for an optimal ability to create the reality we desire. There's the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords right there. Or the Queen of, I've got the Queen, both Queens, Queen of Cups, which is heart-centered, intuition, psychic, the Queen of Swords, logic, mind. But I can't help but think of heart when I see that King of Wands. That's Leo energy. That's the lion heart right there. Let's get some angel numbers. I have so many numbers on the desk right now. Let's do 742. Your angels are encouraging you to trust that higher learning is being revealed at this time. It's important for you to see that your previous experiences have been great teachers. More inner study is now required to progress. I kind of felt that. Let's do, what are we going to do? Let's do 953. Expanding your soul requires you to do some divine within. There's that self-observance. And facing fear, there's the courageousness. But know that you are on the verge of a major spiritual change. Soon you'll be flying high, sweet souls. Last one, let's do 515. Change is what you make of it. See the changes happening now as opportunities to grow and be your most authentic self. And if anything I've said in this read resonates with you, sweet souls, please let me know in the comments below. And that's what I see for you. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care from your forest fairy. Bye for now.